From the instant their newborn comes into the world, the focus becomes unwaveringly fixed on security, encompassing everything from baby monitors and trusted pacifiers to strollers and car seats. Parents aspire to secure the utmost dependable products available to ensure their infants remain safe. This marks the inception of an extensive array of safety essentials that will become imperative in the foreseeable future. Naturally, the concerns regarding training wheels and parental safety apps are apprehensions that lie several years ahead for the parents of the infant. At present, though, more pressing matters demand their attention. Within this tale, a certain pair has invested considerable effort to guarantee their child's nocturnal safety. However, they find themselves perplexed as their child consistently manages to outsmart their precautions. Unbeknownst to them, their infant daughter receives some assistance. For the optimal health and welfare of a young baby or toddler, an impervious and secure crib stands as an imperative. This crib simultaneously offers parents the solace of a peaceful night's rest, reassured by the knowledge that their child is sheltered from harm. Chris and Nana Cardinal of Phoenix, Arizona, are just those kinds of parents. Their 15-month-old daughter, Chloe, had her own bed with safety guards. Every night, the Cardinal would put their daughter to bed, close the door to her room, and head to bed for some restful shut-eye. Then everything changed early one morning. Nana woke up and headed out to the kitchen to get coffee and breakfast. She was shocked to find Chloe wandering around the family room, playing with her toys under the watchful eye of the family's two golden retrievers, Blue and Colby. I came out from my bedroom to find her wandering the hallway, which was a little bit shocking. Nina said, "Like, what are you doing out here?" Chris and Nina walked into their daughter's room and walked around the perimeter. They checked Chloe's bed, including the safety guard, but everything appeared to be in working order. They could not understand how Chloe got out the door because she wasn't tall enough to reach the doorknob. We were shocked. How was she able to get out of bed? Chris said, "This is the first time she's ever made an escape like this. Did she grow?" They tried to think of ways Chloe could have escaped. Perhaps they didn't close the door fully after they had settled Chloe into her bed the night before. Confused but thinking it was a one-time incident, the parents let it go for the time being and focused on a fun day with their child. The Cardinal made sure they turned up the baby monitor in their room to hear any movement in the closed room. That night, however, they were awakened even earlier the next morning by sounds from the monitor. Around midnight, the couple came out of their bedroom to see Chloe again roaming around the house, having a grand old time. How did she get out of her room yet again? They sat Chloe down and asked her how she was getting out of her bedroom, but Chloe only giggled and refused to say anything more. Despite the Cardinals' best efforts, their daughter kept getting out of her room on a nightly basis. Every night, Chloe would wake her parents up by escaping from her room and wandering around the house, playing with her toys, with the two dogs faithfully following behind her. The Cardinals were almost at their wits' end. Why was Chloe getting out of her room every night? The couple began to lose more and more sleep themselves, worried about what Chloe could get into around the house during her midnight excursions. Nina was so concerned she even considered bringing in an air mattress to sleep on the floor of Chloe's bedroom. But then a different possibility presented itself. Finally, Chris and Nina decided to purchase a baby cam to place in Chloe's bedroom to record what was going on to aid in her nighttime adventures. They figured that if anything could show them how their daughter was foiling their every move, it was a camera. So they carefully set it up on top of the dresser in Chloe's room, facing her bed. Once again, they were awakened in the early morning by a 15-month-old parading around the house, tossing toys everywhere. Exhausted, the parents went to the baby cam to see what had happened. The result was not at all what they expected. The couple watched the recording in fascination and amazement. Around 6 a.m., the door to Chloe's room burst open and two incredibly excited furry bodies swarmed into the room to wake up their little friend, the family dogs, Cove and Blue. The two golden retrievers seemed quite impatient to embark on their day of shadowing their newfound companion and little sister, an expert in the art of dropping food. Without hesitation, the dogs nudged the door open, venturing toward Chloe's slumber. In a heartwarming video, They roused her by showering her face with a series of affectionate licks. Swiftly retreating, the dog swiftly returned, seemingly impatient with Chloe's leisurely pace. This time, Chloe, still groggy, arose and stood in her bed, met once again with a cascade of puppy kisses upon her face. Fully awakened now, Chloe enthusiastically trailed her canine partners from her room to the corridor. Ultimately, Mina and Chris found the explanation for Chloe's escapades. She was not alone in her exploits. Despite the Cardinal's earnest efforts to safeguard Chloe, her crafty escapades were aided by her four-legged companions. This story underscores that even the most dedicated attempts to ensure a child's safety might be circumvented. Chloe's nighttime adventures were, fortunately, overseen by reliable paws. The narrative underscores the realization that safeguarding a child has its limits, and beyond that, the hope lies in the companions they choose, those who stand by her through any situation.